All right, shalom, shalom. Giving all praises, honor, and glory to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Rakah, Kwadash. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and shalom and salute to the hopefully elect. So right here in this particular video, I'm going to do a series of videos. I'm going to play one clip and then I'm going to play the other. But I'm going to start with this first clip right here. The channel is off of TikTok. It's called Eldanila 15. Eldanila 15. And here we go. Let's start with this video.
We are slowly getting rid of all seeds. We are slowly getting rid of all seeds in fruits and vegetables. And honestly, it's brilliant. Because once every apple, grape, watermelon, and tomato is seedless, guess who controls life itself? No more planting your own food. No more saving seeds for next season. Everything you eat, everything that grows, will come from our labs. And when the last natural seed is gone, that's when it gets fun. We can make them rare, expensive, maybe even licensed. Only billionaires that will have gardens, and everyone else will have to subscribe to eat. Sounds insane, right? But it's already happening. Seedless isn't convenience, it's containment. Every time you pick up a seedless fruit, you're holding a future that can't reproduce. So yeah, expect more seedless, everything. Because the easiest way to control the world is to stop it from growing. So remember to stay safe out there.
All right, so there you go. So, to be honest, I don't know whether there was, it seemed like that was coming straight from what he was saying. So I don't know whether there was a voiceover or however he laid the video down, but it was right. Everything that they're doing now, that he said they're doing now, regardless. They want to really, the New World Order is in effect, and David talked about it almost 3,000 years ago, and I can get it in the Holy Scriptures. All right, so we at Psalm 64, and I'll start at 2, and this is David talking. He said, "Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked." So who's the secret counsel of the wicked? Let's look it up. Well, let's just go into the a little bit more in depth with it. All right, so it says the biblical usage.
Strong's H 5475. Sowed. So it says council, assembly, divine circle, familiar friends, assembly, company, council, secret council, familiar converse. Okay. All right. So it says, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked. Who's the secret counsel of the wicked? Hold on. There you go. A new septus. Nouveau Ordo Seclorum. What's that means? Is New World Order. All right. New World Order, and they work in secret, but they're slowly being called out, because it was a guy years ago, guy named John Todd, right? This guy right here, John Todd, he was going into it.
And he was just letting you know, spilling the whole thing out. And that comes, and the spirit comes upon, the Lord put the spirit on these guys to, rat out what these devils are doing. And he was one of them. I don't know how high up he was. I believe Apostle Tahar says that he had kind of a lower level in the Illuminati, but he's in it, And I think he came from the Collins family. Let me see, 13. Yeah, so there you go. You got let me see, Fritz. Oh, here we go. Fritz Springmeyer. He wrote a book on it, and hold on. Here you go. You got the Astors, the Bundys, and these are Edomite families. I believe one is a Edomite family that's, because what they do is they set up in every country. So the Illuminati could be in Asia and China and all that, but they may look like Chinese or Moabites, but they're Edomites. And Ammon, that's in the book of Obadiah anyway, or Joel. Ammon and Moab, they are confederate with Esau. So that's why that stinking Moabite was able to shoot down at Jake and get away with it, because they are connected with these devils. You got the what is called the Freeman, Russell, Reynolds, Onassis, Bundy, Astor, Rockefeller, which the Rockefellers are the Rothschilds in America. They basically are the same as the Rothschilds, but they are the ones set up in America. You got Kennedy, Lee, Van Den, DuPont. You got a lot of DuPonts. They all over America, but they mainly in Delaware. The Collins, and that's where the guy John Todd, he claimed he came out of the Collins, which, if you do the research, they were so-called Puritans. I know the elder going to that, the elder of Baltimore, he usually go into that, the Puritans, and I believe you had the, I forgot the ones, but they had groups. And I forgot the one that Harriet Tubman was a part of. And that was the Illuminati back then. What was it? She was clicked in with, not the Puritans, it was the other ones. But Harriet Tubman was a part of that secret council. That's why she was able to have the Underground Railroad and stuff like that. But yeah, and that's their plan. And here we go. See, this the pyramid. But let me get a couple more scriptures. Let's go back to the Job 20 and 23. It says, when he is about to fill his belly. Well, let's go up. Let's start at 22. It says, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Meaning that they going to actually start their program, right? Because they got the spiritual demon Satan and other spirits that they work with, and they ultimately work for the Most High. But they telling these devils, yeah, you're gonna do this and you're gonna do that. So they believe in them. So they're gonna get off their chip. They're gonna be able to get off their chip, right? As in Revelations 13 and 16. they're going to get off on, they're going to actually start their new world order, right? But listen to this. It says, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Let's look up straits. He shall be in straits. I wonder what that, okay, it says to bind, be distressed, be in distress, be crampled, be narrow, be scant, make narrow, cause distress, right? So it says, while they're getting off their new world order, they're going to come to a halt, basically. So it says, in the fullness of his straits, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits, right? He's going to come to that stop or distress. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. It says, when he is about to fill his belly. So they're saying right when this devil is right there about to make it happen. Yes, their new world order. Yes, us Edomites. We trampled over Jake. We won. Guess what? Right when he's about to fill his belly, YAHAWASHI shall cast the fury upon his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eaten. So right when these devils are just about to rejoice and sit back and enjoy their kingdom, which they in their kingdom now, they don't realize it, or they understand that, but they want to take it to the next level. They want to say, yeah, I rule this. That's when the Lord gonna come down on these devils. And that rain represents those nukes. All right. Because they're gonna survive the elite. We had to have slaves. So they're gonna survive the nuclear missiles. Because they're gonna be in those underground bunkers in different countries. But we're gonna pull them right out there. We're gonna arrest them. Let me get it. Hold on. All right, here we go. This is when the elites, they're going to survive the nukes, but they're going to be in these underground bunkers. Listen to this. This is Revelation chapter 6. I'll start at, we can start at 13. Let's get into this. It says, and the stars of heaven fell onto earth. That represents those nuclear missiles coming down. Even as a fig tree casteth her ultimate figs when she is shaken of a mighty wind. That represents the nukes. It says, and when heaven departed as a scroll, when it is rolled together, that's that mushroom cloud. It says, and every mountain and island were moved out of their place. That's why you ain't gonna know where New York is. You ain't gonna know where Baltimore is, Philly. All the East Coast cities, they're gonna be out of place. All the islands down there, the Virgin Islands, Haiti, all that's going to be out of place. You ain't going to know where nothing used to be at, put it like that. It says, every mountain and island were moved out of their place. Sawada. It says, verse 15, and the kings of the earth, who's the kings of the earth? I just read them off. Hold on, let's go back. Who's the kings of the earth? Let's go back. You got the Freeman, Russell, Reynolds, Onassis, Bundy, Rockefeller, Astor, Kennedy, Collin, DuPont, Rothschild, Van Dunn. They are the kings of the earth right now. Not no President Trump or anything like that. President Trump got to take orders from these people. Well, he probably take orders from people lower than them. Of course, they are the, it goes by a pyramid, right? So that's how it's running. So they are the king. These Illuminati, these the ones that run everything. And the Heavenly Father, I'm going to get to that before I close it out, but he's the one that ultimately, that's why when I saw that pyramid, I did a video on this a while back where it had Satan on top. Nah, Satan You got to put the Most High on top. Then YAHAWASHI, his son. Then Satan. All right. Let's go back. It says, and the kings of the earth and the great men and the rich men. Same thing right there. The king. But you got the rich men on the pyramid. That can go to the corporate, right? Because you got a lot of billionaires and they're considered rich. The Rothschilds and them are considered rich. But these guys, these billionaires, you can consider them rich compared to us. All right. So that's the rich men. It says, and the chief captains, right? These corporate entities, or, you know, the rulers of this earth we call Babylon. And the mighty men, you got the corporate section, and then you got the political side. They got a lot of power as well. And then you just got a lot of people that's family members with these people. They got a lot of power. Like some Rothschilds or Rockefellers could be walking past us during the camp, but you'll never know it, because some of these family members in the Illuminati, they just living off the wealth of they forefathers, and some of them just living it up right now. You got some of these people in the Illuminati. All they do is vacation. They go rock climbing, mountain climbing, and some of them just vacate all their life, you know, because they got it like that. They parents are trillionaires, you know. You got family, you got dudes that ain't lift a finger, that they in their 20s right now. Some of them are in college, or, you know, some of them don't even go to college, but they the next one up to take on a family wealth. But all they did was party all their life. And now when they hit 40 and 50, that's when they start to get, you know, into the powers and taking a, you know, the family members' company and stuff like that. So anyway, let's go on. We got, and every bondman and every freeman had the, because when these devils go down into these underground bunkers, you're gonna have they're gonna want servants down there with them, and so that's why it says bondmen and freedmen, because you're gonna have people on the lower level that's in them bunkers as well, you know, because they gotta they so used to laying on their ass. They've been laying on their ass for a long time. They want service as well. So it's going to be other Edomites down there. I wouldn't be surprised if they got Jake, you know. But these Illuminatis, what they do is they real tight knit. So they are real racist. So they a lot of these Illuministic people, their servants be even white, but they be like lower class whites. So even their servants be of Edomite descent, you know. So it says, every freeman hid themselves in dens and in the rocks and the mountains. That's the underground bunkers. And said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne. Who is that? YAHAWASHI. It says, and from the wrath of the Lamb. Who is the Lamb? YAHAWASHI. It says, for the great day of his wrath is come. That's the day of the Lord. And who shall be able to stand? Right, because the Lord controlled everything under the authority of his Father. So let's go to Psalm 149 to close it out. And it's to prove that they're going into slavery, which basically we're going to go in there and lock them up. They're going to jail. We're going to lock them up. Because they locked us up when they put us in chains. You saw the when they arrested us and put us in the captivity. Well, we're gonna do the same. We're gonna go in there and arrest them. Here it is. It says Psalms 149. I'll start at 7. or 6. Matter of fact, I'll start at 5. It says, let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds. Right. So we're going, in the kingdom, it's going to be beautiful. It said, let the praises of YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI be in their mouth and a two-edged sword in their hand to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishment upon the people. Right. To bind their kings with chains. Right. There you go. We're going to arrest them. And their nobles with fetters of iron. Right. So all these people, we going to arrest them and put them in chains. It says, to execute upon them the judgment written. The honor have all his saints. Praise ye the Lord. YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. So I hope this video was edifying to the body. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI BAHASHAM Rakah Kwadash. Till again, Shalom.